Okay, class, eyes up here. Taryn, I said eyes up here. Okay, there we go. To start off with, can anyone remind me what we did yesterday?
You went to add
numbers.
the numbers.
Yes, that's right. We learned to add two numbers together.
With animals.
With animals, we're going to do things a little bit differently. Since we had some rowdy kids last week, we're going to stay away from the animals. Not pointing any fingers. But today, we're going to expand a little bit and learn how to add 3 one-digit numbers together. But before we do that, let's review a little bit. To make sure everyone remembers what we did yesterday. That was a long time ago.
Okay.
Okay, so if I were to ask you what 3 plus 7 is, who knows the answers to that? Gabby?
10.
Okay, and how'd you get that?
Use my fingers.
Oh, that works too. Let's try one more before we move on to today's lesson. Okay, so now what is 8 plus 5? Taryn.
13.
There, very good. We got 13. Okay, teacher's mind's not working that good, so I had to add that in my head. Okay, so we're going to do the same process we learned yesterday with the animals to add 3 one-digit numbers together, and I'm also going to show you a new process to break it down so we can so it's easier to solve. Okay, so we got 8 plus 7 plus 3. Does anyone know the answers to that? It's okay if you don't.
That's 17.
It's close, but how about we go through a process? We can use all this a little bit easier.
Okay.
So we can solve this in pieces to make it easier. So what is 7 plus 3?
10.
That's correct. Now what is 8 plus 10? Becky?
18.
That's correct.
Good job.
So our overall answer is 18. You see how we got that? What we just learned is if a problem has too many numbers in it, we can break it down by doing part of it first and then add it to the rest of the problem. Let's try a couple more of those. Let's turn off those phones.
My mommy.
Tell your mom to get to work.
Oh.
Okay, so who can tell me what the first process is for this? If I wanted to solve this.
You said to break it down.
Okay, so what number would be easier to break down?
The little ones?
Okay, let's try that. So we got 5 plus 6. What does that equal?
11.
That's correct. Oh.
It's not 10. I said 11.
My bad. Okay, so what number do we have left?
7.
We got a 7. we'll bring that down. So we got 11 plus 7. And what does that equal?
18.
Very
It's the
good.
same answer as last time.
That was a complete accident.
Good observation, Becky.
Yes, very good paying attention. Like the enthusiasm. Okay, for this next part, I'm going to ask one of you to come up here and run us through the steps. Becky. At least I'm not having you run to the board.
That was fun though.
So what's our first step?
Break it down. So.
And what does that equal? Very good. And then the next step? Close. Close. Okay, so we got 9, and we can use our fingers too if that helps us add. So we got, and then we got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. Oh. We're going to have each one of you guys come up and give it a try. So next is Gabby. Make sure everyone knows the process. No yawning, you'll make the rest of the class tired. Oh. Someone wants to do a little bit extra. We're actually, I'm gonna, yeah, okay, so I think Karen's next. Yeah.
Woo woo. Turn.
Thanks, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm gonna have to do that one. There you go, don't be shy. Yes, that's correct.
What'd she
Common
do? I don't
numbers.
get it. She was really smart.
Okay, so we'll break it down a little bit since some of you are not catching on quite yet. Okay, so first,
It's okay.
does anyone know what she did first?
Well, the 6 and 6 are.
Oh yeah, so she skipped a process. So what she actually did was, if we break this down, she got 6 plus 6, which gave her, what does that equal? That equals 12. Okay, so from there, she brought down the other number, so then she had 7 plus 12, which equals, class,
19.
there you go. Does everyone follow now? Alright, we got one more person to go. And then we get to do a fun worksheet.
Woohoo!
Where we're going to take some of the skills we learned in the last couple of days and apply it in a fun little way called applications.
Applications?
Yeah, we're gonna go over them in a second.
That's a really long one.
How about word problems?
Ooh. That's still long words.
How about do what the teacher tells you?
No.
I feel like I did that number before.
You did.
Can I give
You
you
sure like your
numbers?
5, 7s, and 6, teacher? Can we give you numbers?
Actually, yes, you can. Just do it that way. Each of you give me a number. Well, 3 of you give me a number.
You
9.
guys can give them numbers.
Remember, we want to keep them at 1-digit numbers too.
3. Um, 8.
Okay, now let's come up with the solid. Yeah.
Okay.
So follow the steps.
You wrote it too high.
This is hard.
Don't worry, you'll grow taller someday.
Nope.
Very good. Okay, so who can tell me what we've been doing with all these problems the last couple days? Anyone paying attention? Okay, so what we've been doing is taking a problem and be able to do it in multiple steps instead of just writing in an answer. So the next thing we're going to do, this worksheet, we're going to, each one of these problems, which there's 5, is gonna involve multiple steps. And 2 you're gonna work together since I didn't bring enough worksheets.
You're smart. I like working with you.
Okay, to start with, I'm gonna,
Thanks, Becky. You're my friend.
as you can probably tell, there's some blanks in there. And those blanks are gonna be filled by numbers I give you, and then you're gonna solve the problems using the steps that we've discussed in the last 2 days. Okay, so the first we're dealing with 2 elementary schools. And they're called Apple Elementary and Orange Elementary. So Apple Elementary has 8 students at their school. Orange Elementary has 7 students at their school. How many students do both schools have? Yeah, work it out. Just don't shout it out. Close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so so we got 8, and then we're adding
You're
it
so
to the 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got. It's okay if we use our fingers. So we got 8, right?
Yeah.
9, 10, 11.
Oh.
There you go. How's it going, Gabby?
Good.
There you go.
Yikes.
Remember to show your work when you're doing math.
That counts as showing your work, right?
That's correct. And you know why we show our work? That way, so if there's a mistake, I'm able to help you out with where you went wrong in the problem. Okay, next one. We're dealing with reptiles and the mean old zoo catcher. Or zookeeper. My bad. There are 6 reptiles at the zoo. And the zookeeper catches 3 more. How many reptiles does the zoo have now?
Can you say it again? I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. There are 6 reptiles at the zoo. The zookeeper catches 3 more reptiles. How many reptiles does the zoo have now?
Was he putting the new reptiles in with the old reptiles?
Yes, that's correct. The old reptiles gets 3 more friends.
Woohoo!
And we all like more friends, right?
I don't have friends.
I'm your friend.
She probably doesn't like you.
I did the last
She
Okay,
likes me.
so after you finish up this one, I'm going to have you do the last few problems on your own, okay? So, did everyone solve the second one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. I'm gonna put a star next to it.
Oh, we got our usual hard workers over here. And, okay, so...
No, positive reinforcement tools.
So tomorrow we're gonna learn some further uses with addition, but we're gonna start including multiple digit numbers and see how we're able to solve that. We're gonna start small, nothing over 20, so it's gonna be easy, and we'll use the same steps we've been learning to solve those problems.
Okay.